Thank you so much for staying with us. It's election day in Anambra, and of course, a special live coverage of that election. I am Kelly Egiga. I understand Dele Faso, our senior correspondent, is back with us live from Oka, the Anambra state capital. Dele, what have you got?
But that was location.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Actually, I'm in Oka. Yes. Actually, I'm in Oka, the state capital here. We're getting feelers from around the state, from Isofia in Agwata local government, where the ABGA candidate is voting, but the voting that was supposed to go on supposed to be delayed, still because of the bimodal voters accreditation system. A lot of voters, at least as I speak with you, about 30 minutes ago when I placed a call there, the governor was yet, the candidate for ABGA was yet to accredit and vote. A lot of them still situation we get around. Even but where I am now, towards Okabita in Baba, Ward 3, voters, people are voting, it's going smoothly. Security personnel are here to ensure that everyone casts their vote. But the most important thing I should let you know, this bimodal voters accreditation system is giving concern in a lot of areas, like earlier today, where we were in Ekulobia area, in Amobia there, the system was still slow until technicians came to fix them on. But we still get up the same situation all around. And some other places like in Oka, in Indemili South, now feelers will still get it that most of the work there in Indemili South there, most of them still went back home because of the system. After much persuasion, they still went back. Then one major thing I must draw your attention to now, be like what the governor briefed the press crew. After casting his vote, they briefed the press crew. The governor, I'm talking about Willie Oba, telling the press crew that he's getting feelers that some people, he didn't mention the party. He's just telling those who want to hear that the information he's getting is that they are writing some result elsewhere, but that cannot be verified anyway. So that was what the governor said earlier then, that some people feel as he's getting, that was his own take on that, which we still feel is an allegation at this moment. So feel as we are getting from each side. But the major concern, I must tell you, that is that the voters, biometric voters accreditation system is one issue that everyone is really concerned about.
Well, Dele, I'm wondering, perhaps you could give us a feel of the particular polling units where you are, so we can have an idea of that environment. Is there a crowd? Are there people willing to vote?
Yes, they are the crowd. If you can, the camera can as well. The camera can as well. Take towards this area a bit, right? You just find out that the crowd here, you see them. Here you see them where they vote. A lot of them here are trying to ensure that they do their fingertip and facial capturing here in this area, which is going to be the crowd now is reducing because as a lot of them as they come in like that, they do their facial and every other thing, they go back. You understand? So that is why you have about 12, 13 persons here waiting for their turn. You understand? And that is what is going on behind me here. The presiding officers, other police agents waiting there, assistant presiding officers that you can see behind me here. All of them is waiting for their turn. We've not recorded anything like violence so far. You understand? Operators of the NSCDC and the Nigerian police are here online. Some places we went that we hardly see them here, but they are here to maintain peace and order here.
How about the issue of vote buying and trying to woo voters and all of that? Have you heard or seen any of such happening where you are, or the places you visited earlier?
Where I am presently, nothing of such vote buying whatsoever. But Boka there in Ward 003, 004, 56, where about 5 units there. And then, some party agents, definitely they would not want journalists in between there because of what transpired there. So in Umudioka there, that was one of the major things we saw because some of the party agents don't want people to come near there. When about some voters want to go, when they find out that the voters is of an elderly person, they try to tell the voter what to do, which is not supposed to be so. But if there are police officers there, they should have made those people leave those areas, but nobody had to call them. Except that area, we've not gotten anything like that, either vote buying, anything. You know, the IGP during the statement, when we were with the IGP there at the Doraki Youth Center, he made it understand that both plainclothes policemen will monitor anything of vote buying. I'll make sure nothing of that such occurs. So for now, we've not really seen, I won't tell you 100% I've seen somebody with money trying to reduce.
And then those who have voted, I wonder if you've had any conversations, engagements, or interactions with them about what they are saying, or those who are waiting to vote. What are they telling you? What are you hearing, and what are you seeing?
It is the same old story of
the accreditation system, you know, too slow, waiting long on queue, few presence of security operatives in Umudioka aspect, Amobia, Ekulobia, in those areas. The same old story, that's what they are saying. For people to wait, even the elderly staying on queues for hours trying to cast their vote. And when they get there, you will find out their fingertips he did not detect their fingertip except the facial. Do you understand? But I know I said it earlier that they use one of the two. If the fingertips is not okay, they go with the facial. So that's what they've been doing. But it's the same old concern, staying long. That's why I still tell you in Aguata, you know, Sophia there, you know, usually 003 word of the Abga candidate. As I speak with you, I still keep getting message from our crew there that he has not voted because of the bypass.
Well, Dele, great job to you and your team. Probably we can check in with you again just before 2:30 when we will round off with this session. I'm not sure where your next stop is, but perhaps we'll check in with you again just before the end of this program. We'd like to thank you so much for bringing us up to date, and great job, fantastic job, and stay safe, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Chatting with correspondent Dele Faso live for us in Oka, the Anambra State capital, bringing us up to speed with developments and happenings in that particular area. Gentlemen, you want to respond to some of the information we are receiving at the moment?
Well, what is important there is that at least people are still coming out to vote, and we still urging all the other in the Anambra to come out. This is their election, not Nigerian election. And that is the thing. For some of them that are still at home, they should just come out. There's still period for them to really still register. Because one thing there is that when you have hand in making a governor, then you have the right to sue that particular government. The only problem with our law in the area of fundamental human rights is that they will tell you have some certain rights, but there are some rights that you can't sue a governor that have immunity on it. That is the only thing. If not because of that. So if I have to vote for you because you say you are going to do the road that passed through in front of my house and you didn't do it, and then I can be able to sue you for what you said you are going to do. But upon that, there are some certain bragging rights you have. If you voted for a particular, or you are part of the process that bring in a particular governor, then you can say, during that election I voted. But in a situation you don't vote, you don't have that moral right to complain when a particular governor is not doing very, very fine. So, and that is what is important. And what make somebody a citizen or an indigene or a resident of a particular place is when you participate in the political emancipation and political activities in that particular state. It makes you to be a good Nigerian, and at the same time you can be able to call such particular representative that come, you need to do this, you need to do this. But a situation in which you say, oh, they have their election, they can do whatever they have, but whatever any policy such particular governor do with his House of Assembly, with his commissioners, is still going to bind on you, and you still have to follow it.
So it's good that the people and residents take responsibility, but I think we must commend them so far for the peace and stability experience in the area. But Emeka, I wonder what your thoughts are about the latest updates from our correspondent.
Yeah, well, at least it's progressing. The election is holding. People are turning out, but the reports indicated that the turnout is quite low. But I think and maybe between 2 and 4:30, or if INEC extends it, you know, more people will come out. More people will.
We hope they extend it, and we hope that they get to communicate that in a way that will get across to residents of the state.
Yes. I mean, I believe that more people will come out, and there will be. The election will be interesting. The election will at least show that we can continue to make progress in terms of holding elections in Nigeria. We should not just be all about gathering people and at the end of the day, the court will now decide the winner of the election.
Let me ask you, gentlemen, we'll come to this issue of acrimonious litigations, as I would like to call it. If IPOB had not been involved with a sit-at-home order, if the Southeast, Anambra State and the other states had not seen a lot of violence prior to these elections, would things be different, Nuruddin, do you think?
Well, it should surely, because one thing there is that with the situation of country and what some people have passed through from the last 4 years, either good or bad in their state, they still want to vet that particular anger, or they want to support the cause to really continue. If the IPOB issue is not there, then a lot of things, there are some certain people now, they will say, I can't, maybe some people that are living in neighboring local government now, but they have registered in a particular local government. If he has been losing money every Monday, he will tell you what is the essence of going there to even go and do. Then another thing again is that the issue of that restriction also will do a lot of things that some people will just lose interest in it. Then the another angle to it is in the area of potential rigging. Some voters believe that no matter what you do, your vote cannot count. They will rig it. In fact, according to a survey that was done yesterday, 54% of those respondents said they won't be able to vote because of IPOB issues. So when the issue of IPOB was taken out, you could see a lot of people coming. Then 26% they said loss of faith. They've lost faith in the electoral process. Then 9% they said because of the potential rigging of the politician. Then 6% they talked about other issue of insecurity. And let me tell you one thing. One of the most important thing in this particular, in any election, is the issue of security. When the voter feels secured, then he could want to come out and also engage other people to even come out.
Emeka, I wonder if you also agree that or disagree. If IPOB had not been involved with the sit-at-home order, which has been on for almost a month now, or more than that, if the Southeast had not seen a lot of instability, insecurity, do you think the elections would have turned out differently than what it is at the moment?
Yeah, of course. More people would have come out to vote. More people would have come out to collect their PVCs. More people would have shown interest. But I think anybody who decides not to come out to vote today just should not be taken seriously. Because the other time the Deputy Commissioner of Police said that the police would block all entry and exit points, you know, around the state. And definitely, you know, from security reports, the unknown gunmen have been found to be criminals who come from other states. They come from neighboring states into Anambra State, strike, and disappear again. You saw what happened, maybe you heard what happened in Imo State yesterday evening, when some criminals just opened fire on passers-by. People are just going about their business, shot at them and killed three of them. In another place, they saw people who were selling meat, you know, and who were selling suya, and shot at them, killed 3 of them. So you see, these are just random cases of criminality, which the security agencies must deal with ruthlessly, so that
and decisively.
Decisively, and they must be ruthless to these people, so that, and then they should stop indiscriminate arrests, just picking people anyhow and tagging them as IPOB sympathizers and all those things. Go after the real criminals perpetrating acts of, you know, lawlessness, so that the people, if those points have been blocked, and then those criminals cannot access Anambra State, then definitely we'll need to give the security forces a pass mark